Dear Holy Rosary Parish family, it has been about 2 weeks since we began navigating the uncertainty and constantly changing realities of this pandemic. In the midst of this, first and foremost, I want to assure you of my constant prayers for each and every one of you. It is so disorienting to come to our parish campus that's usually bustling with people, activities, and ministries, and meetings, and find empty spaces. Not hearing the laughter of children from our religious education programs, our practicing choirs, the bustling planning sessions of all our diverse ministries, the voices lifted in praise of our Grupo de Oración, or not enjoying our simple soup supper and stations together. I cannot express how much I miss you all. Before this began, one of our major challenges was having enough space. The most constant point of tension between our various ministries and arguments in our community was usually about space, who got to use which space and when. Now we stand in the stark emptiness and the reality of our current separation. Each day that I wake up and walk to our Abbey Church to sing morning prayer with my brother Norbertines, I still find thankfulness and hope in my heart. There is a paradox in the human experience that is so central to our Christian faith. That is, it is in what seems to be darkness that we often find light. In times of trial, that we recognize the strength that God gives us. In times of isolation and loneliness, that we recognize the depth of the peace of a God who never abandons us. In a very real way, I see God's grace present and moving now in ways far beyond my understanding. In our separation, I believe we share a deeper solidarity than we ever have before. You and I have to admit, together, our mutual powerlessness, fear, uncertainty, our fragility. This is true for our brothers and sisters around the globe as well. Each and every person now, from Italy to India, from Africa to Latin America. Trials like this confront us with a truth we cannot see often. The truth that we are more alike in all the ways that matter than we often admit. We see over and over again in the Hebrew Scriptures that in times of trial, God called the chosen people to faithfulness. This faithfulness was not bound simply by adherence to ritual and law. This faithfulness was inspired by all that the rituals of their lives represented, by a giving of self to God through their neighbor. God desired mercy, not sacrifice. God called them to rend their hearts, not their garments. The Lord exhorted them to care for the weak and the least among them, especially the widows and the orphans and the aliens. We know from what Christ tells us that it is precisely in the face of the least of these that we know his presence. God works in our world and lets himself be known in the very midst of our anxieties, our uncertainties, our pains and sufferings and struggles, and our losses. This is a time of profound invitation for all of us. It is not a time to run in fear, but a time to listen to the longings of our hearts, to seek how it is that God is drawing us all closer together and closer to him. Oftentimes, the very absence we feel is the invitation to action. Who have you reached out to? Who have you called, emailed, or texted? Who have you reminded that you love them? Who might be forgotten? Maybe you are feeling forgotten. Who then can you remember in your prayers and actions? For God never forgets any of us. One concrete reality that many of our families are facing is economic uncertainty. And our homebound parishioners and many are feeling more isolated than ever. And yet every need that one of us may feel is a true invitation to foster connection and relationship and to help us break down the shame and pride that divides us and live in the vulnerable humility that allows us to truly be formed into one body. In many ways, that is the blessing of the discomfort of this time. Right now, we have a group of parishioners that is mobilizing to begin calling and checking on all who have been listed in our parish rolls. We are trying to find new ways to stay connected, to understand one another's needs, and to see how we can rally together in unity, even amidst our separation. So if you would like to participate in this initiative as a volunteer, or have a need you would like to express, please contact Javier Benavides or Yvonne Soto Gomez. Their numbers will be appearing on the screen. I must share with you that I have seen people come together in remarkable ways these past few weeks. Our ministry team here at Holy Rosary has been extremely dedicated and creative in this time. I know many of you have participated virtually in our beautiful liturgies. You may not know that we are producing a daily scripture reflection and catechetical ideas to share at home, as well as daily devotions. All of this can be found on our website, along with many links to other materials to help nurture and nourish your faith life at home. So I encourage you to please visit our website, holyrosaryabq.org. We have been live streaming different devotions each day at noon via Facebook Live. Please take this time of separation as an opportunity to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Flocknote. All of these links you can find on the upper right-hand corner of our website. Our staff hasn't just been creating virtual content to help keep you connected. During this downtime, we have been able to work on a number of maintenance issues in our facilities as well, including the installation of new cooling systems for the church. So when we regather, hopefully this summer, we will have a comfortable space to worship. We've been very busy doing what we can to help hold us together as a family of faith and to prepare ourselves well for when we are able to be united again, standing together around this altar of the Lord. I've been so touched by the generosity of many of our parishioners who have continued to give financially during this difficult time. Our parish operates like many of our families. What we bring in one week is what we pay out the next. You can imagine how not having Sunday collections is impacting our ability to pay our bills and our staff. I know many of you are facing difficult times as well. However, for those who are able to give, to help continue the daily operations of our parish, we are immensely grateful. This helps us to be able to continue to offer as much support as we can to you during this time, and allow our staff to continue to provide for their families at home as well. If you'd like to sign up for online giving, you may also do so via our website, holyrosaryabq.org, under the Give tab. Our office here at the parish remains open now with limited hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you need to visit the office for any reason, or call for information, or make a delivery or a donation, we will be available during these times. Of course, for sacramental emergencies, you may call at any time. To adhere to the governor's mandate regarding group gatherings, I'm sad to say we have closed the church building. In my 2 years as pastor, I have not been prouder to be a part of this parish family, with all the beautiful things that have been accomplished, even amidst our separation. Please stay healthy and safe. Adhere to all the guidelines we have been given. Together we will come through this. We do not know what the future holds, but I trust that as a family of faith, it will be beautiful and bright. May God bless you and hold you tight.